as the CBI continues its interrogation, there is an effort being made by certain sections to stop Republic TV and Republic Bharat from reporting on Sushant Singh Rajput death case, as we have been relentlessly covering this case for the past 2 months. I'm joined by Shekhar Suman, who's been spearheading this campaign for since June 14. Thank you, Shekharji, for joining on Republic TV. My question is, there is an effort being made by certain sections to stop and gag Republic TV and Republic Bharat from reporting on Sushant Singh Rajput death case. Why do you think that the people are trying to gag Republic TV and Republic Bharat from reporting on SSR case?
Somebody is trying to escape the news. Somebody is scared to be exposed. There are people in the corridors of power who want to save themselves, save their reputation, save their names, and maybe save the names of others. Constitutionally speaking, the freedom of the press or the freedom of the media is the principle that opinion and expressions should be considered a right to be exercised freely without any external influence or control, because, as I said, that becomes completely unconstitutional. So I wonder why, when people know it's in the public domain that the media, being the fourth pillar of democracy, if you're going to interfere and meddle with that, it's going to bring down the entire edifice of democracy, and that will be smashed to smithereens. So, you could see that, whenever there has been an effort to muzzle or gag or ban the press, like it happened during the dark days of emergency, what happened, it leads to total lawlessness and confusion and anarchy. And that a few people are suspect, even in this case, as you said very rightly, because, Republic TV was very aggressively investigating the case, unlike other channels, and it was trying to get to the bottom of things, and that probably made a lot of people very uncomfortable and uneasy, and that's why probably there is a very concerted effort to gag Republic TV, specifically.
We will try to get to the bottom of this story, Shekharji. We promise you that. But who do you think these powerful people are? As you mentioned, that there are certain powerful people who are trying to gag the media.
Prakashji, I think your guess is as good as mine, and probably you would know better than me, being part of the media, being part of the press, since you are investigating. I think it's the duty of the media to inform us, and that's how we gather information. But obviously, I'm very certain that there are certain names, there are certain people who are running away from the gallows. And in time to come, when CBI comes out with a proper report, these names would come to the forefront.
Now that the drug cartel has also come to the fore, Shekharji, NCB has unearthed, or rather come to the fore, with names of 4 important people, 2 politicians and 2 famous Bollywood names who are involved in the drug cartel. Now you've been mentioning that there is a gangism, that there is a coterie that is going on. And there's certainly a link up with Riya Chakravarti as well, because we've got evidence of Riya Chakravarti being involved in drug cartel since 2017, even before she met Sushant. So there is a larger design and the larger use of drugs that has been happening in the Bollywood.
Yes, indeed. Of course, it's common knowledge that drug is being freely used, not just in the film industry, but of course, because it's a glamour industry and people who enjoy stardom and power tend to lean more towards drugs, because they are always in a state of intoxication anyways. I guess to just be in a surreal world or just to feel more powerful and like a big star, they tend to kind of use drugs freely, and that's been going on. And the gangism and the caucus that I was talking about kind of freely uses it. So there are rave parties, and there are these very secretive parties that go on where all these people of the same ilk get together and use drugs freely, which we have seen in many instances. There have been video reports also of coming out intermittently of people have been using it without any fear. So I guess that, this link that you were talking about is there, and it's a nexus not just amongst or amidst the film stars, but also it's a nexus between politicians and the film people and other powerful people from maybe different professions all together. So that needs to be unearthed. As you said, that you people have come across, or the CBI has come across a few important names. I'm sure there will be more names involved. There will be more people involved in this, and it's just a matter of time when the CBI submits its report that all these names would come in public domain.
Do you think that the NCB and the CBI should come up with those names who are involved in this drug cartel and expose them and cleanse the system as far as Bollywood and sections of the society is concerned in Mumbai?
Absolutely. I think ASAP. It's important that these guys have had a free run for a very, very long time, and they have got away with blue murder. It's time that they're all exposed to save the society, to save this whole new generation, to save our country, to save everything else. The kind of detrimental and insidious effect drug has on people and people who use it. So, yes, if they are in the norm, the names, if CBI knows those names, those need to be made public because, people who are investigating, even in the social media and all of us who've been into it, we are now running out of patience, and we need to know, because this has gone for a very long time, this probe, and it's time that, arrests are made. It's time that these names are exposed, and the system, and not just the film industry, but, society at large should be cleansed once and for all.
Shekhar ji, there has been an attempt by Riya Chakravarti and gang to vilify Sushant Singh Rajput. So do you think that these people are trying to move away from the original issue of the suspicious death of Sushant Singh Rajput and the drug cartel that was involved? Because we have seen that there are enough evidences that Riya Chakravarti is involved in drug cartel since 2017. But even then, there's been a delay, despite a lot of evidences, multiple evidences, a delay in the arrest of Riya Chakravarti. Whom do you think is operating behind this?
I guess a lot of people, and a lot of powerful and intelligent people and professional people who have been in control of all these things for a very, very long time. And I guess there is an obvious attempt, and it's an obvious ploy. It's a strategy that everybody uses to divert attention, that if something is gathering a lot of heat, and if there is a lot of emphasis or anything, the best thing to divert would be to create, something parallelly to divert attention, that you would probably start talking about something else, or move the public attention or navigate the public attention somewhere else, so that this whole thing, that this investigation that is going on about the drug cartel just goes and is relegated to the background, which we have seen in this case, that when we started off, Disha Salian was one of the prominent names that came to the forefront. And suddenly, I feel personally that, she's now pushed to the background, where these kind of things should not happen. That's precisely because a lot of these people who are controlling everything, who are controlling the narrative, sort of have navigated it somewhere else. So people conveniently forget about certain names and certain people and certain incidents.
So, Republic TV has been investigating this case threadbare, and we've been trying to get to the bottom of the story for the past 2 months. And we have furnished multiple evidences before the CBI. So why do you think there is a delay in the arrest of Riya Chakravarti?
I think we need to be just, Prakashji, a little patient with the CBI. They haven't had half the time which the Mumbai police got. I mean, they've just moved into it and just for about 10, 12 days. They're faced with enormous difficulties and impediments, in the sense that since they came in a bit too late, that all the evidences that were presumably there have been taken care of, and they have had to start from the scratch. So, we have to give them the time of day, and they will probably come up with the right report, and they will come up with the right names. They will come up with the motive behind Sushant's murder. I guess that they just need time to gather all the proofs, and that's why they delay. But we have to just give them enough time and not sort of push them into it, not rush or put any kind of pressure on them.
Thank you, Shekhar ji, for speaking to Republic TV. Thank you very much. We will continue our investigation in the right spirit and hope that Republic TV is not gagged from reporting on SSR's mysterious death case.